Hello YouTube, it's Balthazar3457, and today I'm bringing you a tutorial / tips and tricks video / overview for the new Ascension game mode for League of Legends. But really, why should you listen to me? Well, I got a montage, baby. Link to that music in the description box, by the way. Now let's get started. Potions are disabled in Ascension, and there is no ability to recall, even with champions that have translocation abilities. Being the troll that I am, I intended to use a Pantheon ultimate to return to base and heal, or hoard the Ascension buff, but targeting there just makes you auto-target yourself. As a result of this, sometimes it's not going to be worth your time to chase a low-health enemy around, since they can't actually recall, similar to ARAM. Also, champions with good sustain, tanky brawlers, map control champions, good team fighters and the like, are very useful on this map. Currently, Akali, Fizz, Alistar, Nidalee, and a number of others are often picked. In order to exit your base, you need to use your trinket, everyone starts with one, to teleport to one of 3 telepads. Telepads cannot be captured. You use your trinket and click on a pad, or click on the pad circle on the minimap as demonstrated on screen to trigger the teleport. Since the mode just came out, it's helpful to give your teammates a brief rundown of this information, as so far I've seen many people stuck in the base for upwards of 30 seconds, not knowing how to use their trinket. Against a team that is likewise comprised of first-timers, simply providing basic information to your team in the pre-game lobby and once the game starts can secure you a solid early lead. Points towards the victory score are chiefly derived from capturing relics, which are located at the 3 speed boost locations found in Dominion, which are marked on the minimap. Points are also derived from killing enemies. Kills are worth 1 point, but relic captures are worth 3.
No more, no less.
While capturing a relic with multiple people is a little bit faster, the relic still offers only 3 points regardless of how many people are capturing it, and no points are gained from kill assists.
That's it. 3.
This should be factored in when you're deciding where to go. Often, if a teammate is capturing a relic and isn't likely to be attacked, you should head off to capture a different relic or head to a fight. This comes into play because relics respawn relatively quickly. If you capture one, run to the next, capture it, and run back, you'll only be a few seconds away from a respawn. Capture of a relic is better than a player kill. This means that sometimes when a fight is going on between a teammate and an enemy, it might be better to capture a relic than to assist them, depending on if more enemies are coming, and they'd capture the relic if you went to help, or similar factors. If your teammates are particularly incompetent and the enemy team is distracted with brutalizing them, you may be able to chain relic grabs over and over, and stealing the relics can be fast enough to outrun the kills the enemy team is getting. In this circumstance, your team is more valuable as a distraction for you to do important work than as combatants for you to help. This can be even more viable if you're very low on health and wouldn't do anything in a fight except die horribly anyway. That said, you shouldn't just bugger off for relics and completely ignore your team. But you also shouldn't pointlessly dive into a fight to secure one kill or vainly help your teammate if it'll end up sacrificing more points to the enemy than you otherwise would have gained or lost. This game mode is chiefly about positioning and resource management. A dead teammate is +1 point to the enemy, a captured relic is +3 points to you. You need to weigh the costs and benefits of your actions. Sometimes you should capture a relic and bugger off from a fight, and sometimes you should go help your teammate. Making those calls correctly or incorrectly will significantly impact your score and your ability to win the game. When relics are active, they grant visibility around them to both teams, meaning enemies see you capturing them. However, the points don't grant visibility when the relic isn't up, meaning you can run to a spot and quickly capture it as the relic spawns, leaving the opposing team little time to react. It should also be noted that both teams have visibility of all the teleportation platforms and can see when someone is warping in, as well as what direction they head off in, which can give a strong indication as to where they may be going. See a teammate moving to capture a relic and an enemy warping in and heading off in his direction? Maybe keep that enemy off your teammate so he can finish the capture. A more advanced tactic might be to warp in and start heading to one relic, then when you're out of line of sight, head to another. In the middle of the map there is Xerath, again visible to both teams. He doesn't have many hit points, and 1 or 2 people can actually kill him right at the start. His health and stats do scale as the match goes on, but not enough to change the fact that he dies easily. The question isn't can you kill him, but when you should do so. Whoever delivers the killing blow obtains 5 score points to the team and the Ascended buff. The buff renders them invulnerable but incapacitated for a few seconds like Azanya's before restoring them to full health and mana and knocking taking enemies away. The buff lasts until the player dies. The Ascended player also grants 5 points when killed, and despite the various stat bonuses they gain, they take a penalty to healing received and are permanently revealed to the enemy, even when stealthed. However, one benefit not actually listed on the buff is that they grant an extra score point whenever they kill someone. Basically, when you have an Ascended teammate, you should focus on protecting them and feeding them as many kills as possible, and while doing that, attempt to steal as many relics as you can. When an enemy is Ascended, the goal should usually be to snipe them to block them from scoring killing blows, and to earn the bounty that's on their head, as Zerath will not respawn until after the Ascended player dies. Personally, I like Mundo for grabbing the Ascended buff because his heal is so powerful that it can overcome much of the healing penalty, and I've had a lot of success holding onto the Ascended buff with him, but there are, of course, other options and alternate schools of thought. It should also be noted that due to the healing reduction, permanent visibility, and inability to recall, most Ascended players are condemned to eventual death, and consequently giving the same 5 points they got from killing Zerath to the other team for killing them. The buff gives you the opportunity to get more points from kills, and hopefully capture some more relics in the process, but it is certainly not an end-all game-winning superpower. Also, apparently you get a unique icon if you have a game where a teammate ascends but no enemy ascends, and you can redeem it on the website. A link to that is included in the description box as well. You can also attempt to steal the Zerath kill with a champion such as Pantheon or other long-range ultimate characters, however they are not automatically wise picks. Before you take Ezreal or Jinx into an Ascension game, you should consider how often you are actually going to encounter an opportunity to steal the killing blow on Zerath, how likely you are to be successful, and how useful that actually is going to be. There's no shame in not being good at a particular champion. The shame is in allowing your ego to cloud your judgment and being useless as a result. Anyway, that should contain all the information you need to get started playing Ascension, along with additional information about what to do, how to play, and if the game mode sounds appealing. Blah blah, end of video pandering for likes, shares, favorites, and subscriptions here. Now go forth and earn glorious victory. I'll see you next time, YouTube.